Hey everyone, today's tutorial features this cute half-moon nanny inspired by some sneakers I saw on shophixsale.com. I've used a lot of polishes, they're pictured here, but I'll list them below in the description for you. To get started, I'm creating this kind of half-moon gradient on my nail. I'm using a cut-up makeup wedge, and you can see I have a light gray, a darker gray, and a tiny little bit of black right at the edge. I'm rolling that makeup wedge across my nail, leaving the half-moon area untouched. And I do have to roll that across my nail one or two more times just to get the right color. I then take my thin art brush and my black polish and I add a little bit more black just to sharpen up that edge. Moving on to the floral, I'm using my dotting tool and my orange or peach polish and creating the 5-sided flowers just by putting my dots in a circular pattern. And I'm changing up the size of these that I add to my nail, so you'll see I've switched over to my thin art brush, but I'm creating the same shape. I'm also clumping all of my flowers with this peach orangey color together. I'm then switching over and doing the same design with a pink polish, and again, this time I'm grouping all of the pink flowers together. Switching over to my yellow polish, I'm doing again the same thing. Now you don't have to do the gradient step that I did underneath. In the video here, it probably doesn't show up very much. In person it did, and if you don't want to do that step, you certainly don't have to. I just thought it added to the design a little bit. Switching over to my blue polish, I wanted to do the flowers a little bit different with the blue, so the same concept in that, you know, they're 5-sided flowers, but I'm using longer lines instead of the dots. Switching over to my white polish, I'm adding these kind of feather shapes or leaf shapes. It's basically a curved line with short lines poking out from either side. To add some more depth to this design, I also added some small white dots in groupings in between some of the flowers, and some white dots to the center of each of my blue flowers. For the flowers of the other colors, I've taken my darker gray polish and added a dot to the center of each of those. The last piece to this design is basically adding in some greenery for the leaves, and you'll see there's no real shape to these, they're just kind of dots attached to some of the flowers, as well as some small grouping of green dots in between some of the flowers. And that's pretty much it. Allow everything to dry fully before you apply your top coat. I've gone with a gloss, but you could also use a matte. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please leave me a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thumbs up are always appreciated.